What's up guys, how are you doing, and welcome back to another video. Today is Sunday, it is the 9th of August. I hope you have had a good weekend, I sure have. And today I wanted to make another political machine video about the 2020 election, but we are going to mix up a few candidates here. So let's get to it. Now we are going to play as the Republicans, but I'm not sure if Donald Trump is to be our preferred candidate today. Yes, he is the current president and he is the one running for re-election. But what if there was someone else? Someone superior. Someone with the power to win an entire national election. You know how I'm talking about. Yes, we here have Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida. Of course, he is a custom candidate and he's quite powerful, he has quite good positions. And we're now going to try to win with him. He has the same ideology as Trump, so it's quite straightforward there. And from the Democrats, we're sure they're going to get someone else than Biden. Biden has a lot of good abilities, but we need someone with energy and someone who are able to finish sentences. So today we are going to find a certain other person. Kamala Harris, senator from California, is going to be the Democratic nominee. And she surely has a lot of the same bonuses as DeSantis. They're both quite liked by the media. She has much more minority appeal. I don't know why she is magnetic. I guess so, maybe. She has actually quite good stats, so she should be a formidable opponent. And here we go, with 21 weeks left of the election. We are going to start by immediately upgrading the HQ in Florida to max, and then we're going to start hunting for the big money. Money. So if you build HQs, you're going to produce money each week, but that's not always advised, because if you want to rake in the big sums from the HQs, you have to upgrade them, which also costs a lot of money. But we are absolutely going to secure the deep south, and for that we're going to be building HQs in not just Florida, but also Georgia and North Carolina, because these are states that should not really be very contested. Yeah, we're not able to choose our ideology yet. We'll get to that. And Ron DeSantis is probably going to have to appeal to a lot of the same voters as Trump are doing, like Rust Belt voters. Michigan is a state where we have to make an effort. Pennsylvania is another. And we are in week 5 of the election, and it's time to choose an ideology. And I think we'll start with America first. That is quite versatile, and better trade deals. Everyone likes that. Yeah. So immediately the map turns red or gray, depending on the state. Suddenly Minnesota is leaning red now. It might be because we are quite good on America First, farm subsidies, and the trade deals. But there are other states we need to secure too, so let's go to the west and start working more here. We now have a HQ in Colorado. The Democrats have one in Nevada, we need that too. And we should probably start doing more speeches, because we're not really doing that well. We will lose the national election if it was held right now. We will lose by 30 votes. But that's not going to happen. Let's see, we can make another ideological choice. Let's go for energy independence. Everyone likes energy independence. Or maybe not, because now suddenly a lot of states are grey. Oklahoma, which should be an easy lock for the Republican nominee, is a toss-up. I think we'll just have to talk more about the better trade deals. And that should be it. Yeah, 8-point lead. Voila. Missouri is another state. They love border protection, so we're going to talk about that. Kentucky should be an easy hold. I'll just build a HQ. And of course Indiana, where Mike Pence is from, that should be a self-said state in the GOP column. Virginia is also an important state. I don't know how much effort we will go for there. But Pennsylvania and Ohio and Michigan are really leaning blue now, so that's not good. We certainly have to do a bit more work here, because these are important swing states. Our income right now are, by the way, $235,000. We have no expenses because we have no ads that are going around. But ads are useful, so we're definitely going to get more of them. Oh, more ideology. My opponent goes for gun control. Should we get some more? I think I'll get fracking. That's really popular in Pennsylvania. Yes, it is deep blue, but that's going to change. In Nevada, give a speech in Nevada. I think there are a lot of things here with different importance, but I think if we go for better trade deals, everyone loves that. And even though Nevada is not a Rust Belt state, they like it. It becomes a more important issue for them. And our enthusiasm really beats that of Senator Harris. And we can choose our running mate. Now we're definitely not going to go with that guy. Cory Gardner is a senator from Colorado. That's a state we need to win. David Perdue is a senator from Georgia. Dean Heller is a former senator from Nevada. So where are we going to go? John Huntsman. He's a really good candidate, but he's actually a bit OP. He's designed that way. But Pat Toomey is a decent candidate. He's an insider. He's from Pennsylvania, in important swing states. So we'll go with Pat Toomey. And we have to really take the grasp on South Dakota, because that should not be a swing state. And our home state of Florida. Now we're leading there. They really care about social security, funding NASA, and supporting Israel. So that's what we have to focus on when we are in Florida. But I think it's time to go to Pennsylvania and start talking about how blue-collar jobs and better trade deals are important. And just as I say that, my opponent goes to Texas and puts that state in play. Nice work, but we are going to secure Texas. And we have been invited to Stefan Koldukt's show. Welcome back to the later show. Trump's presidency continues to defy the long history of unsatisfied and degraded women left behind him. We attempted to reach out for a comment on this, but Nancy Pelosi would not return our calls. So let's talk about Greta Thunberg. There are literal children who seem to know more about climate change than politicians. Oh, my time is going out. And doesn't matter. I think we are going to say that we need experts, not children. Experts like me, because I kind of agree with the children. Well, not experts like him. I'm the expert. That's a bit cocky. You don't know what you're talking about. I have advisors. I mean, experts are there for advising the president, right? And people don't seem to respond. Given what we've seen from the current administration, how incompetent of a staff would you hire for your cabinet? Grossly incompetent or just comedically inept? Would any of them actually catch on fire? Set opponents on fire, insult to the country, hire only the best people. Yes. And I said the same thing when I started here, but well, yeah, you've heard the jokes. Not great, it's not hard. I have qualified candidates. I sure have. And yes, finally, people like my response. Good. And voters more confident about DeSantis. That is great. I think we should stay a bit longer in Texas and raise more money, and speech probably about, I don't know, fracking, border protection, fossil fuel. Let's talk about funding NASA, because everyone loves that. Democrats don't love it. Republicans love it. Florida is definitely a state we have to focus more on, but I think we should go to the Rust Belt now. Maybe New Hampshire, actually. That's a swing state we could really win. New Jersey seems to be getting out of reach. Okay, let's go to Ohio. That's a 5-point lead for the Democrats, and our enthusiasm is too low. So we should definitely talk about better trade deals, energy independence. We already have a good strike on. America first, and of course stopping the virus. Stopping a pandemic is a popular issue. But now we have to... A lot of states just turned into toss-up states. And I cannot go for any new ideologies, so I have to wait with that. But let's go to New Mexico and see skeletons. Okay, so I've been blackmailed. That's bad. By the way, my opponent's running mate is Luigi Di Maio, which of course is a member or former member of the Italian government, which of course also is a character that I made because Italia. We need to put Colorado back in our column. They like, I guess, energy independence. That's okay. Arkansas, let's talk about border protection. And, oh, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Not only is Florida a toss-up, Texas, Missouri, Ohio, Indiana, and West Virginia, which should be quite solid. And we're behind 6 points nationally. And the polls, yeah, we would lose heavily today if there was an election. So, yeah, I guess we'll have to build. Let's start getting some real operatives out there. Now we have a smear merchant, so we have to go to Louisiana. Talk about America first. Florida can wait. I think we'll actually go to Pennsylvania, because that is going to be our knockout punch. If we win Pennsylvania, we win the election, is the plan. Stamina, I can get something new. They want to tax the rich. I want to... Oh, I can't get anything. I need more points. Okay, actually, Wisconsin is something I should definitely go for. I think border protection in Wisconsin is popular. And let's talk about... Our enthusiasm is a bit lower, so we'll hire a cheerleader for that. I mean, the gap is really big, but we are going to find a way to catch up. But trade deals, blue-collar jobs, I mean, what else can be important in Pennsylvania? I'm now leading in Pennsylvania. That is great. Red state, excellent. Florida, however, is also very important. I cannot lose Florida. I said I would win if I won Pennsylvania, but I still need Florida. And I still need North Carolina. That is in the bag. Mississippi, unfortunately, is very, very blue. Arizona and Colorado are a bit scary, but I think they will all fall in line. Okay, back home in Florida, let's talk about funding NASA. They love that. And let's hire a spin doctor, so that everyone knows that we're going to fund NASA. And go to Mississippi and talk about traditional values, and it's again red. But now Tennessee and Kentucky and North Carolina are in the toss-up category, as well as Missouri. So what to do? Right now we will actually win by a sort of a Bush versus Gore margin, but that is not enough. We need some more safety. And yeah, we might not win Ohio, but let's go to Virginia. See if we can make a last-minute ditch there. And I think they love a strong military in Virginia, but that's not an option, so let's talk about better trade deals instead. Let's get a smear merchant up. Texas is again considered a toss-up. That is scary. We're leading in Ohio. Let's talk about blue-collar jobs in Ohio, and it is red. It is red. Kentucky is very close, so let's go to Kentucky. And now it's the last week. Week 21, the last of the campaign, and we can actually get a new ideology in the last minute. So let's go for bringing the troops home. I think that was the best way I could have used the last one there. And they go to Florida and give speeches and start to send operatives there to flip that state. I still lead by 1 point. Should I go there? I think that would be wise. How is Missouri looking? Missouri is not looking good, but I will buy a smear merchant. And suddenly that state is red as well. I'm not going to win Minnesota. I'm not going to win New Hampshire. West Virginia I actually want to secure. Also I will go to Florida now. I lead by 1 point in Florida, but if I lose Florida I lose the election, so I need to be sure that it is in our bag. Pennsylvania is now a 9-point lead for me. Missouri, 6 points. What to do? I think we'll have to just bet on it. Florida is a toss-up. We are losing the national vote, but we're going to win Florida. If we win Florida, we won the election. So it looks like New England is very blue as normal, and it now starts, and we have Pennsylvania and Virginia and North Carolina. 3 important battleground states are all Republican. West Virginia should not be a battleground, but it is. And Florida, yes, Florida is Republican as well. It looks good for Ron DeSantis' presidential campaign. And the solid South also turns red. Michigan, blue. Illinois, of course, blue. And Wisconsin, red. And we see the red wall march westward with the time zones. Minnesota, classical blue state. Probably could have tried to win it. And of course, up and down the middle of the country are all red. We get some of the western states, Colorado and Wyoming and Montana fall in line, right? Yeah. Utah, of course, Arizona, and Idaho, and Nevada, we have won this election now. The Pacific Northwest and California are of course Democratic, as is Hawaii, and Alaska is Republican. So we did win the election. We won with 317 electoral votes. We did not win the popular vote. I guess for different reasons. We could not really talk about reducing wealth inequality or the environment. But let's take a look at the map now, because a lot of this looks quite normal. It is a sort of a mixture between the Bush-Gore map of 2000 and the Trump-Clinton map of 2016. So we did not win Michigan. We actually lost quite badly there. We did not do anything in California, but still got 43% of the vote. Florida was an important battleground state, even though it was my candidate's home state. We won there quite narrowly. We could have won by a bigger margin, but we wanted to secure the other states like Indiana, Ohio, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. We did not do any big effort in New England, but it went well. If you look at the polls, better trade deals was a deal breaker that really, not a deal breaker, it sealed the deal for us. Gun control was something that Harris campaigned on that was not very popular, so we earned on that. America First was popular for around 56% of the population. Fracking was quite good. Energy independence, definitely. And we did very well. But better trade deals is probably the best part of the ideology that we picked. So naturally this is not going to happen. First of all, Trump is going to be the nominee. Second of all, in this game, something that really makes this game unrealistic is that states like Kentucky and Arkansas and Louisiana can suddenly turn into toss-ups, while in reality they are quite safe states. And a really big difference from these states with the Pacific Northwest was that I actually campaigned here. I did not campaign in Oregon or Washington, but I could have won them if I wanted to. But of course that would be a very deformed map. Anyway, that's all I had for you guys today. Please like this video, please subscribe and comment if you would like me to make more videos about the Political Machine 2020. It's actually a quite fun game, which I recommend you to buy if you haven't already tried it. So that's all for me, and I'll see you next time.